It's at 6, and the sharpshooting rebounder, and then original Malik. I'm not sure if there's other Maliks, but that is the original one. He'll be playing the 3. On the other side, for Nets GC, this is their first game ever. The expansion team. And let's meet their starting lineup. Wavy will be at the point. Nate Call, last year's final MVP, he's at the 2. Shockey, the man they got in the expansion draft, he's in the middle. Lavish, the rookie, at the sharpshooting rebounder, and it's Chaz, part of that Island gang. He will be at the 3. Here we go. Knicks and Nets, the battle for the borough. And the Knicks will win the tip.
Honestly, the big story coming into this is just going to be Nate playing his former team, but also the Knicks players playing against Nate. I mean, this is the guy who was like their defensive anchor, was the glue in the locker room for this side as well. So we'll have to see how it does pan out right off the wrap. Adam the first, going what they ran last year, really a shot-creating sharp at the 1 instead of bringing out a playmaker. We'll have to, which I feel like this year definitely does fit Adam in the way that he plays.
He just has the orange bandana out of the game, has an orange beard and headband in game. Here comes Malik for 3. That's a good open look. Shockey, you know this team's going to have defense. Dirk, with Nate and Shockey, can they score enough points? That'll be the big question.
That's going to be something that's pretty lethal. Shockey and Nate in that pick and roll. Shockey, a guy who came in, immediately made a defensive impact, but also made an offensive impact. Spent a lot of the year, actually qualified for the 250K My Team tournament as well. So now he's getting back into the groove, and they're waving so far.
Yeah, Wavy with. Boy, can they spoil the ring ceremony. It's going to be a battle. Anytime you face these Nets team, you're in for a big test of the career for Malik.
The Heartbreak Kid. I feel like we're under like obligation, like a contract to say that. So I feel like he's giving us like a personal one that says you got to say Heartbreak Kid at least 3 times when I play.
He was the last pick of the first round out of Georgia. Hello, Wavy. Welcome to the league. 3 for 3, 7 points. For the number 12 pick overall, he makes his home right here in New York. Edrich's coming baseline, Big Chan.
Trying to do like a little crisscross to get the defender off, but as soon as they get the ball to Malik, the communication has been there for Nate just to kind of go blitz and guard him straight away. Wavy, another one of these point guards that was in the draft who loves to utilize the dribbling, which does help with the point guard play this year when it comes down to finding open shots for yourself.
Malik gets it off to Knot. And it will stay with the Knicks as Shockey.
Sharp. This year he's kind of played the pure lock. I mean, that might have just been kind of a signal from his team saying, hey, you maybe should practice in the offseason utilizing one and play pretty good on the pure lock. So that's why he's here right now. They got Haas on the bench who spent all his time in Europe during the offseason playing in the lockdown defender as well. So you have backups and guys who can play multiple positions, which is a good thing.
1-point ball game here early. You guys are having a great start to your week. We're here all the way through Saturday here in the tip-off. Powered by AT&T. Part of the 3 tournaments that make up that $1.2 million prize pool. Of course, the playoffs being the 4th of tournament play that really when the money gets passed out. The champions will take home 360 grand.
So you see him right now, you're seeing Lavish actually working the pick and roll and the pick and pop with this Nets team. Has a higher brick wall, which when you have a pure lock chasing you around, you want to try to get them stuck in the screen. So really the difference between silver and gold, there is a pretty big difference with it not going to Hall of Fame. So you're just trying to get him stuck as much as possible, and it has been working out. So you just put Shockey in the corner where he can get offensive rebounds if he crashes, but can also hit the open looks because he has his length to him.
Taken away by Lavish. Shockey, baseline jumper, good. They're up by 3. Jab in the chat one. Yes, it is. As these 2 teams also includes Magic Gaming. Goofy. From Houston, Texas. In the offseason, Edrich's actually made his home in Houston as well with Goofy, and that just continues the bond between teammates as Adam hits the floor and he'll run. And now they're trying to prove that it wasn't a fluke. If I'm going to keep it 100, they were really good since the patch last season. Whole new game, whole new season, and they missed the bunny. Back the other way. Nate Call!
Gets a glimpse to where he is actually open if the pass does come in time. So you get it right here. Malik will start to go forward, but Nate's actually just going to be on him. So now, but here's the thing. Adam doesn't have the dribble moves to break down Wavy. And now if he did have the playmaking build, this is where he could do something like that. But now you're on the shot sharp, you're slow, and that's a defense Wavy can play super easy with Shockey playing up on the three-point line.
Malik. Taking a lot of shots from Malik. He's 2 for 5. There's a foul on Adam as Nate Call was going up with it. And this will be, I think he's going to head to the line. Yeah, he's going to shoot 2 here. That was Nate Call's on that dunk. That was his first bucket as a Brooklyn Net. Off the mark. They were our hosts of draft. And boy, that atrium there at the Barclays Center, boy. We've had a lot of upgrades here. That draft was a big upgrade.
Yeah, it was just it's an amazing arena, the Barclays Center, my first time ever going there, and just being able to see everything about it. It did not disappoint in any way, the setup for the draft, but just the...
Of course, we're back in our NBA 2K League studios, powered by Intel. Tons of upgrades. I'm used to Intel upgrading my computer.
A lot of, too, from these high-class, high-level centers is that if they are playing on like a pure glass corner, even a sharpshooting rebounder, they're going to find a way to create their own shots from the three-point line. It's basically, it's a chess match. You're waiting for the guy to move, and then you go for the Euro step, the hop step, the spin dunk, anything like that to get yourself a little bit of a bucket. It's something a lot of people don't expect, and that's what you're going to expect Goofy to do. If you've watched him all year long, he's not scared to try to create for himself.
Lavish. As he gets his first bucket as a rookie. Nets up by 4. This matchup feeling very even. 5 seconds separate. That's a long 3. Rebound by Lavish. Let's see if they hold it for the last shot. Wavy. Gets it out to Lavish. Gets a Wavy on the wrap, and Goofy says, get that.
When Sam in my ear said, hey, it's Shockey, I sat there, I was like, my mouth drops. Like,
yeah,
oh.
you were the one that was Shockey.
Yeah, I sat there in my mind, I'm like, I did not expect it to be him. I thought it would be somebody maybe like a Tucker or a different player. I'm so far ahead. But yeah, it was definitely a shock.
Well, he did average a double-double in those 4 games. The 26-year-old out of Newark, New Jersey. But he'll still be a trivia answer of the only undrafted player in the league. It was from undrafted to the expansion draft.
So does that make him drafted then?
I don't know. I was told there'd be no math, and I'm not good at logic either. Wavy, shot clock running it down. Really had to force that one. Nate Call. There for the offensive board. These guys do face each other again. It'll be May 24th. It'll be a big halfway through the season, regular season game between these 2 teams.
Who knows where it'll be at that point too.
Yeah.
Things could start to get pretty intense by the time that comes around. But so far from the offense, you're getting nothing from the Knicks, and really, if you are the Nets, you're just getting out and running every single time on the break, getting some freebies. Half-court set, you start to get a lot of buckets towards the beginning with Wavy, but you've been able to slow that down just a little bit. But that 7-point spree that he had, that was enough to really do it to him.
I tell you right now, this game is, the difference right now is rebounding. They've out-rebounded the Knicks 8-4. A lot of those offensive. Idris, nice Euro step. And he'll get the bucket.
I think it's got to be one of my favorite additions in this year's game. It's just the ability to
it's in the game, you know, you gotta have opportunity to create space on the drive. Chaz. Looking real good right now. They're 8.
Chaz was one of those guys too. Obviously, you said a part of Island Gang. I thought that when the draft was going down, I was like, is anybody going to pick him? Because I thought he would be a sure shot. I mean, kind of one of the more quiet guys, but definitely should not be slept on as a sharp. Right? I think if anybody plays and knows what his capability is.
Well, Nate really wanted.
I thought either Bucks or Nets. One of the two, and it was the Nets.
17-12. I'm gonna be interested to see the Bucks. Bucks is like an experiment for me. It's gonna be interesting to see them play a few days from now. They're actually, they're all the way in Group 7. That'll be on Friday night. By the way, we got the ex-ambassadors. They're gonna be in here literally lowering the boom tomorrow. Some special guests dropping by. Stuff.
Heartbreak Kid starting to feel just a little bit, shooting 50% from the field. Got himself a nice look there. Just being, if anybody knows how Malik plays, I mean, he's an aggressive shooter. He'll literally shoot anything. But people just end up yelling out free boards with some of the shots that he ends up taking. But the thing is, with Malik, a lot of them tend to go in as well.
Chaz takes a 3 against the double team as the shot clock ran down. Yay, not, why not? In and out.
Why not? Don't take that because you're a lock from there and it's contested.
Wavy lobs it up on the baseline. Nate can't finish. Shaki alive. 5 to shoot.
I think kind of the same story for the Knicks this year is going to be exactly like last year, is that Kuda is going to end up being the X factor for the squad.
Shaki just said enough. Got 4 points, 5 rebounds already in this first half.
5 rebounds is the thing that sticks out to me too, because the pure glass cleaners, just as a whole as a build, it just snags everything. And I know that typically in a mismatch, usually do end up getting it. It's just finding yourself in the right positions, and obviously as the game is going on, which way you're going to be able to get it. But yeah, the pure glass, it's one of those dominant builds, but then also it's a rebounding primary for the shot. The difference is really, I think it's like the hustle rebounder Hall of Fame for the pure glass and just the gold, which really doesn't separate all that much. Maybe a different animation here and there.
Chaz, lefty, rattles in. That'll put him up by 6. 23-17. Malik. Little pick and roll from Goofy, but he gave it to him before he set the pick. Malik found Yay not in the corner. All alone, makes it a 3-point. 23-20. Wavy. They're starting to really hit.
Somebody can just utilize these dribble moves at the right time. I mean, how much easier looks they can get. That's exactly what you're seeing. Little behind the back move. There's so many options in his arsenal, and the dribbles are preset. But they've obviously had time to now have a dribble shoot around on the league builds. You can practice dribble move, practice jump shots, practice whatever you want.
28-20. Adam turns it over. Shockey got the takeover going, and they are taking this game over, up 8.
He was going to have the ball in his hand the whole time. I mean, you look, there's no playmaker on the floor at all right now for Knicks game. So if Malik has the ball and Nate's on him, Nate's probably going to end up getting a pluck at some point. Adam has the ball, Nate's going to end up still getting a pluck. I mean, that's one of the, you need to have it unless your L2 game is just you play super, super passive and you're not allowing them to get any sort of angle on you. But Nate's crafty. If you put the ball out right here in front of Nate's face, if you don't swap the hands, even there, Wavy got a tip on it, but he still kept it.
And Idris short on the 3. Gets it back. He's going to have some patience here. They got 9 to shoot. Game clock also running down. 5 seconds separating. Goofy back to Malik. And he gets bailed out with .1. That'll be a foul. They did have a foul.
First expansion team in action, really kind of throwing it down and not having too many, issues thus far. A couple of answers though being offered from some of my boys over here, the Cogs family over here. They've been with me since the start of the show. They're really feeling it, man. No doubt about that. But guys, take a look at some of these highlights already. You can see how this one's been developed. The guy showing up big time already, getting the Nets game and going, man. He's got 10 points right there.
We even talked about it. I feel like Adam is just, had the X factor role last year. If he's able to just give you like 10 to 15 points, you're more than likely going to end up winning the game. That's what you need to start seeing from him, get some consistent offense. But like I said, when Nate gets on you with the build that you have, it's just going to be free plucks almost every single time.
Wavy, 3-on-1. Shockey, no! Couldn't get it to go. Off the mark, Idris. That's a big dunk by Yay.
From Malik for Idris, and then 6 for Goofy. Just they've cut the rebounding deficit down just a little bit. Need to start to work on that some more, though. That's something that I do feel like is going to play the part. If you're able to get those stops and Goofy gets the rebound, his break start is very high for the badge, so he's going to be able to almost launch that full court every single time. You just have to kind of hope that nobody from the Nets is going to be playing back.
They're going to get the foul on Nate Call. That's going to be his 3rd. Remember, he gets 6 fouls. After that, it's a technical. Can't foul out for those new folks tuning in. Good to be back. Season 2 officially underway. Regular season starts next week. It'll be Wednesday, I believe we get started at 6 p.m. (31-22). Wavy leads all scorers with 10. He's got 3 assists and 2 steals to go along with that. Lavish! Okay. Up by 11 now. Goofy. Blocked by Lavish. Hello.
He is stuffed with the stat sheet here, too. He's 6 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. That's the impressive stat that we're looking at. I mean, it's showing what he's able to do on the defensive end.
You might be trying
Definitely take the best rookie performance effect that we've seen so far.
It's not all about just the points. Shot there off the mark. Here comes back Idris to go the other way. Malik. Gets it off to Goofy. Malik, yes sir. That brings it back to a 9-point ball game. Wavy almost turns it over. Chad, I mean, they had the opportunity to retain Nate. I'm not saying who you shouldn't, and we got a long way to go here. And if Nate wasn't taking an expansion draft, they certainly would have brought him back.
When they start to get in the whole talk of who has a backdoor cut, I mean, it's not necessarily desperation, but you're really just starting to realize, okay, well, we have nothing else going for us. We need to go with one of the more basic half-court sets that you have in the game, and you can get some consistency. Know that they have them. Whenever Adam has the ball, the center's playing towards like the elbow free throw line. Whenever Malik has it, they're still playing pretty low. I mean, they're only stepping up a little bit. Right there was one of those instances where he's not stepping up and be able to get that in. You have to force the center to respect your shot.
6-point ball game now, 2 possession. Nate in the corner. Shockey with another board. He's got 7 now. Wave was hot early, but he struggled. He's now 4 for 10 from the field after making his first few jumpers, and that was ugly. Alley-oop to absolutely nobody. Wavy. You can tell he's got game though. Very quick on the ball. Job stepping out. That'll force the miss. Up ahead to Goofy. When they starting to lead.
So even though he's missing, they're still having to play up on him, and he's been able to try to pass the ball around to try to get some looks for his team. It's just, I'm wondering, just try to mix it up a little bit here. You know, you start to see him try to wrap, get Ye off, and that's exactly why. A little bit of miscommunication gets you open for a look.
Wavy hesitated them down. He's got 13. What an answer. Nate. Wavy! Bang! I don't know how many chains. 7 chains?
Doing this again.
I've heard of 2 chains. They call me no chains. Up by 10, Adam looking for his first bucket of the year. And Goofy will head to the line. Foul and Shockey is second.
You see, I mean, you got 2 rookies in the power scoring positions in Malik, and you got the veteran Adam. It's just Adam hasn't been able to, like I said, I think honestly it's just the playmaking. And I think it's just once you get in this intense environment and they keep putting the lock on you, and even now they've taken the lock off him, like I said, and that's something Malik is used to. He's one of those guards who, playing Pro-Am, he was used to a lot of locks being played over towards him because they know how lethal he can be. But that's just where you got to be able to break down the play. If you're Adam, you can't because of the build.
Lavish. Shot clock running down. You ain't got time for that. Goofy gives it back to Adam, who's got the cold ring. That's an understatement. Trailing by 9. If they get a couple possessions here to close out the quarter, yay.
Honestly, there's some times where whiting a shot isn't enough to get you off the pole because it makes you miss every time. So you kind of have to guarantee yourself to get a green release for it to actually go in.
Final possession of the half if they want it. Excuse me, of the third. And we have a timeout by the Knicks. You see the stats here. If you look at them, during this possession is. You can cut it to a 2-possession game. Malik. Trying to work against Nate. Good luck. Finds Goofy. Nice look inside. Goofy able to finish. Well, that'll go down as a turnover. A foul on Goofy. Goofy now, that's his first foul. He's got 3 turnovers. Wavy into the front court. Had a good ball game, 16 points. 4 of 8 from downtown. Lavish. They almost turned it over, and he just takes a wild shot. Idris with the board. Idris now with 8 rebounds. Well, it's 4 points when they turn it over.
It's moments like that where it's honestly it's better to hold on to it if you have to burn a timeout and you still got 2 more after that if you're to call one. I mean, you got to make them pay. Once you get these stops, if you're the Knicks, especially being down now in the 4th and final quarter where you're also trying to win this quarter, it seems like there's a lack of execution, I should say, in these situations.
4th quarter here, 5 minutes to go. Trying to power his way up. And it's another turnover. That is the 17th turnover for Knicks Gaming. Wavy. Call with another rebound. They've destroyed him on the boards as well. That's their 18th rebound. A lot of those on the offensive end.
Pocket-sized Nate Call. We had power forward, small forward, now we got the shooting card.
And he gets a shot blocked. It'll stay with the Nets.
They were even able to capitalize into some of the possessions that they had. You're looking at this being like a 3-point game. I said the defense has been there, now showing some offense.
Goofy. Maybe hit the deck. Shot comes up with a foul. Magic and Nets come up next. Adam the first, little pump fake. They give it back to him. Shot clock running it down. 5 to shoot. Adam tries to hit it, cutting. Malik, and there's another foul. That should be clear path almost. That'll be the 4th on the 8-9.
And now this is where if you're wavy too, I mean, there's still plenty of fouls to give. But Ye, he can only burn 1 more. I mean, if he gets 5, that's literally your go-ahead if you're wavy. I'm just going to dribble in front of your face. I mean, I know that you're not going to reach, and if you do, well, guess what? Now we're just going to get some freebies.
Jazz gives it to Adam. Here comes the takeover. They call. Starting to put the takeover on, and we've had 0 points in the 4th. Adam, no sir. And Goofy will pick it up and call a timeout.
You have what 5 of archetypes you're going to end up coming out with. I still think the playmaker would have just helped out so much in the situation. You got to make Nate respect it a little bit more. There we go.
Perfect. Able to hit the 3. That'll be 41-38.
Some good old Spurs basketball right there. Just keep swinging the ball around to get the open look.
Wavy gets it off to Chaz. Chaz back to Wavy. 6 to shoot. Chaz from deep. Why not? Bang! Oh my. Straight away 3 for Chaz. He's got 10.
Just can't give it that much space. You sagged off enough, you thought that you may be able to get back there, but 2K is a mind game, a game of misconception. You think you sit back far enough that you're going to be able to steal it, but it wasn't the case there.
Chaz will lay it in. He's got 12.
The rookies are showing out. I mean, if you tell me that a rookie duo, the point guard and the shooting guard is going to come on, small forward is going to lead the scoring, I wouldn't believe you.
It's the battle of the point guards right here. You see Adam on the left, Wavy on the right. Wavy right now, his team's up by 6. He's got 16 points. Has not shot the ball well. He's 6 of 14. 4 of 8 from downtown.
I mean, Wavy's a guy I've played against plenty of times at WR and PBA as well. I've seen him drop 30 on my lock plenty of times. Also, I teamed with Adam at the previous, before the draft, the last WR season as well. Adam played my point guard and I was a center, so I know a lot of the frustrations that he feels in the way that he's playing right now, and I know that he was a guy who was kind of scared to dribble because he knew how often the locks would end up plucking him. So it really no surprise to me that he wants to go with a build where you play more slow
Right now, really, Adam not scoring is the difference in the ball game.
Tony, if you just get one made three, that's enough to do it. That's really all it is.
Mid-range jumper at the top of the key, and we're gonna get a foul on Ye. Now that
do whatever you want now. It's either going to be Goofy stepping up to try to get a blitz, but Ye's not going to risk it. Oh, that's sloppy.
They turned it over. Ye gets it back to Goofy. 6-point ball game. And not set. The pick and roll has been real rough for New York. Goofy. Gonna muscle it in there.
Taking a contested layup just so Goofy can get the rebound and go straight back up.
48-44. 1:20 to go. Crowd here at the NBA 2K studios, powered by Intel. Getting high, Chaz. Oh my! Boy, it's even huge in the second half. When it really mattered, he's hit some clutch shots. He's got 15.
That's where your Sanders has to step up for you in that situation. I mean, you're in no threes territory. You're in no score territory, really. But if you're Goofy, you got to step up there. You cannot leave a guy like Chaz wide open. You know that your player's going to get hit because the pick dodger's not so good. It's a tough.
Well, we're under a minute to go. A 7-point ball game here. I'm not ready to pass out any awards yet. Wavy. Lavish. All right.
He got it.
He's got it. Lavish. It's pick number 46 from Wisconsin. Chat, what kind of questions do you want us to ask him? He just played his role and played it almost to perfection.
It's a guy, too, that I've only ever seen run. And again, versatility makes you a very, very valuable player when it comes down to 2K. You're able to jump around like.
So Wavy will step to the line to put this game in the fridge. And they're up by 9.
Yeah, I don't see. It's definitely probably a Nets win. So they end up taking 2 quarters. They take the third, so they take 3 quarters total, and then with the win, so that's a 7-point swing.
That's 7 points.
Kicking off, and that might not even be enough. You just have to see what the Magic are going to be. I feel like the Magic are going to be a deadly score.
And we're going to have a timeout here, Wisconsin.
I think it's just that start that Wavy got off to initially. The pick and roll defense just was not very good between Ye and Goofy. Now here comes the double team. That's where if you're Wavy, you have to try to make the pass. I mean, they're not going to go up with it. They have it. This is the person you foul, though. It's a pure lock. You got to foul them, but it doesn't look like they're going to. Let it ride out. So yeah, it's 3 quarters, and then as well. Actually, no, sorry, tied. They should have scored right there.
Yeah, that would have been a point. Hopefully that doesn't come back to haunt them. Knicks could have grabbed a point right there. But the Nets, the first game they've ever played in the history of their organization, is a win. 55-49. Wavy had 17. Chaz with 15. But it was Lavish, our Intel player of the game.
I got a bitch, I call her Tiffany. I always say that she's to me. No, I'm lying because we used to be so close. Now it seems we enemies. In a situation we ain't supposed to be. Wanna say fuck it, you get close to me. Even though I'm wildin' and you know I'm lying, I'm just trying to be the man I'm supposed to be. Cause I don't wanna be alone again. Broken on the bottom on my own again. I know you're tired of the way I'm living life, but I'm just trying to get back in my zone again.